Hey guys, welcome back. So I got my hair cut. I went back to my old angled lob or bob. Let me turn around so you guys can see the back. But I was just ready for a change with my hair. Every time I see somebody with a cute bob, it just made me miss this hairstyle. So yeah, we chopped it all off. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this, and I wanted to show you guys just like a quick, everyday, easy, out the door makeup tutorial. So that is what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna try to just use 10 makeup products. I went ahead and did my skincare off camera, so that's just been seeping into the skin. So next I'm gonna go ahead and apply my foundation, and I'm using the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. And I probably need to clip my hair back out of the way. So I'm gonna be mixing two different shades of this Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I'm gonna be mixing 110 and 118, and I'm just applying this with this dampened Paw makeup sponge. I'll have everything like tools and products, everything listed down in the description box if you need to recall what I was using. But right now in the winter, I have been enjoying a more dewy skin finish, and a lot of times I will pair like a matte or semi-matte foundation with a dewy primer. Most days, like, I've been enjoying using the Maybelline Lumi Matte Finish Foundation. My foundations are over here, so I always like look over there to be like, what is it called again? But I like to pair that foundation with a Lumi primer, and that's been kind of like my go-to recently. But you know, on days when you're trying to do something fast, you want to cut down on your steps. So this Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint has the best of both worlds. You've got like that Lumi finish in it, so you don't have to apply a Lumi primer underneath to get that same glowy finish. And I do find that with this foundation, it is long wearing. Like, it lasts just as long as their Lumi Matte Foundation. I just enjoy makeup and I enjoy applying different products and a lot of products, honestly, most days. I just enjoy the process. So that's why I like to use like the Lumi Matte with like a Lumi primer underneath. But I know some of you guys are just thinking like, well, if you like the Lumi look, just use a Lumi foundation like this all the time. For concealer, I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is a great one that I feel like color corrects and has good coverage. Like, it's very full coverage. I might have a hard time using my finger to blot this, to blend this out underneath the eye, just because I applied longer nails today and I don't want to poke myself in the eye. So I might end up using my sponge. And I found that the tone of this, it has a little bit of like a peach undertone, like it's very subtle, and I find that for myself that is brightening. And I just take whatever's left on my makeup sponge and blend that on the eyelid. And I know that this video is probably going to be longer than 10 minutes. 10 products in 10 minutes, but that's just because I'm talking. Like, if I was just straight like getting ready, I could do this so much quicker. So now for the setting powder. I like to use a powder that I can use both on my under eyes and my face, and so I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte. I think pressed powders are really great. I mean, I've been trying to get into loose powders, but there's just something about a pressed powder that I love. It just looks more natural on the skin. And I just find that it's like quicker and easier to use. It's not as messy as loose powders can be. So, and this Rimmel Stay Matte is a great powder that helps to sort of mattify a little bit, but it's not too overly matte. Like, it doesn't look cakey. And, you know, once I do my setting spray, that luminous glow will come back. You know, on days when I'm trying to do something really quick, I like to first go in with a gel, brush my eyebrow hairs up. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Build-A-Brow. And this is a great product if you want to do something really quick and minimal. So, I mean, my eyebrows are decently thick. Like, they're not the thickest eyebrows in the world, but they're not the thinnest. So, normally what I do with this Build-A-Brow, if I'm trying to do like a quick brow look, I'll just go in and fill in the areas where my brows are slightly a little bit more sparse. Like this right brow is a little bit more sparse than my left. I don't know if it's because I sleep on my right side more or what, but just kind of fill in the little sparse gaps. And then here in the front, I don't usually fill it in quite as heavy, just a little. And out of all of the brow pen products that I have used from the drugstore, this Maybelline one is by far my favorite. The brush tip on it is small and precise, but I find that the brush does not dry out. Like, it stays saturated with the product, but it's not like so saturated that it's hard to draw precise little brush strokes. So I really love this. I know it's a little bit more pricey for a brow product at the drugstore, but it is a really good one if you like doing more precise, like little brow hairs. Okay, so I just do something quick like that, just kind of fill in little sparse areas, so it's very natural looking. The only product that I will use on the eyes when I'm trying to do something quick is one of these Hard Candy Mood shadow paints. And I love this color in Halo. It's just a nice, like, flesh tone color, you know, like close to my flesh tone anyway. And it just adds a little bit of warmth, almost like you put like a bronzer in the crease, but it lasts all day without creasing. And so you can skip using a primer when you use this product. Like, sometimes I'll even use this as an eyeshadow, like, primer base, just because it has great lasting power and it helps to even out like your eyelid. So I'll just blend that in either with my finger or a brush. Most of the times I will use a brush just because it's easier. I've been enjoying using this L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear foundation in a powder in shade Golden Beige as my bronzer. I just think this is such a pretty, really natural looking bronzer on me. So I'm just going to blend that in with the Sigma large powder brush. This is the F30. And I recently repurchased these Sigma brushes that come in like their kind of beginner starter kits of brushes. I ended up getting it through Amazon Prime, and if you are a Prime member and you buy it that way, you get it at a much more discounted price than if you were to just buy it full price. So, you know, if you have Prime and you've been wanting to try some Sigma brushes, buy it that way. So I will leave a link for it down below. But I love Sigma brushes. I know that like BK Beauty is kind of a little bit more popular than Sigma right now. I know like Sigma is like the old school like brush set, like brushes that BK Beauty is now. That's what Sigma used to be, but I still love Sigma brushes. I think they're really good. So this is another way to cut down on products. This blush has like a built-in highlight. You don't always have to do a highlight, but if you want both, this is a great product to give you color on your cheeks, but also highlights. So I just put some here on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to stamp that on with just like a flat angled brush. I got this out of an Amazon brush set. So I'll have that set linked below, and I love that Amazon brush set. I rave about it all the time, but it's super affordable and the brushes are such great quality in that set. And this Milani Cheek Kiss that I'm using is in the shade Pink Cava. I think that's how you pronounce it, or Cava. It's C-A-V-A. Like, as you can see, it just adds a nice glow. Looks really natural there. And I'm just gonna kind of go around the edges to blend that out. So for the setting spray, I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last. I like to do a setting spray before I do my mascara, and you know, setting spray doesn't help lipstick last any longer, so I usually just do it before I do my lips most of the time. And setting spray could be one of those things that you could skip if you were really trying to save on time. But I just love the way a setting spray makes just your makeup look at the end. It just gives it a more fresh, you know, tones down any powders that you might have on your face. I just love a setting spray, and it does help your foundation or your makeup to last a little bit longer. So at least it does for me. So I'm just gonna let that dry down, and then I'll show you guys like my mascara and like what lip product I'm going to be using. Off camera, I curled my lashes and applied my mascara, and I just used my very favorite, the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Like, I always come back to this mascara. It is just my holy grail. But yeah, so just a quick coat of that. And then the last thing, so when I'm trying to do something quick, I want more of like a no fuss lip product. So, you know, a gloss could be really great for that, or like a tinted lip balm. But I wanted to use a product today that has a little bit more like color coverage than those products. But the Revlon, and I'm not even for sure, what are these called? Like Shine, Super Lustrous Shine lipsticks. These, or at least this shade, is so pretty. I got the color in Rum Raisin, which I love just their super lustrous lipstick in this. But this is more of like a balmy lipstick, which it's super easy to apply and just throw in your purse, reapply it throughout the day as needed. It lasts longer than like a gloss or even like a lip balm. So, and it feels so comfortable on the lips. Like, honestly, this formula, I don't know if you guys have been, I know that some of you guys have been around long enough to remember the Revlon lip butters, but that is what this product reminds me of, is the lip butters. Like, this might not be quite as like creamy as those, but it's pretty close. And I was obsessed with the Revlon lip butters. So, and I just think this color is so pretty and flattering. It's a good, just warm mauve. Like, to me, this is a mauve pink, but it's a warmer mauve pink color. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick out the door everyday makeup look, just like this little get ready with me. So if you guys enjoyed this or found it helpful or entertaining, give this video a thumbs up. I hope that you guys have a great day. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.